U.S. sanctions package includes restrictions on the energy, financial, and military-industrial sectors. The St. Petersburg Stock Exchange, the largest trading platform for foreign and Russian securities, is now under sanctions. Trading in foreign shares has already been suspended there. Shares of the St. Petersburg Stock Exchange fell by more than 20% after the news about the sanctions. Washington has also included subsidiary of Novatek, which is implementing the Arctic LNG-2 project, on the sanctions list. It involves the construction of 3 phases of liquefied natural gas production with a capacity of more than 6.5 million tons per year each. The U.S. Treasury Department's list also includes individuals and legal entities involved in the production of Lancet drones, which the Russian army uses against Ukraine. Drone developer Alexander Zakharov, his family, and companies associated with him, including Zala Oiro, which sells drones to the Russian Defense Ministry, are under the restrictions.
Office of Foreign Assets Control continues to disrupt the networks and channels through which Russia attempts to sustain its belligerent military. Today's sanctions focus on individuals and entities abetting Russia's unconscionable war against Ukraine by providing Russia with much-needed technology and equipment from third countries. From the press release on the U.S. Department of the Treasury website. It looks like our Western partners understand what needs to be done. I saw there a very interesting bank, Absolute, which served the Rotenberg's empire and is related to the servicing of the Russian Railways pension fund. A lot of corruption schemes were carried out through that bank. To summarize, they have long known about these banks, that they are often used to evade sanctions, and now they have cut off the last opportunities to make payments abroad, where it is prohibited by sanctions for Russians.
The United States is seeking to block Moscow's ways of circumventing sanctions. We're talking about supplies of dual-use goods that Russia uses to arm Russian military. This is why not only Russian companies have been listed in the U.S. Treasury's Department sanctions list.
Companies registered in China, in the Arab Emirates, Kazakhstan and Turkey have fallen under these sanctions restrictions. All the shadow traffic that ensures the supply of high-tech goods to the Russian Federation, without which the production of military equipment is impossible.
The Kremlin is trying to obtain dual-use goods through Central Asian countries, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. However, there is a state with a tougher stance in the region.
Kazakhstan has taken a rather interesting position. It formally joined the sanctions restrictions. Moreover, Mr. Tokayev has clearly proclaimed that the country will control the possibility of Russia circumventing the sanctions restrictions by using Kazakh companies.
The European Union is also working to close the loopholes for Moscow to circumvent sanctions. According to Bloomberg, in the coming days, Brussels will agree on the 12th package of sanctions against Russia. It involves restrictions on trade worth about 5 million euros. Among other things, a ban on employment of Russians in the so-called sensitive sectors of the EU is also discussed. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.